Okay, so in this short video, we will see the proof of concept for a webcam based, form. Okay, the initial idea was to store the image from the webcam passport size image, that is changing the dimensions of the height and width of the image, and then straight away putting it in the upload area of the form. That is to totally automate it, but that is having little bit of problem. So what I did is I did a proof of concept for webcam based photo clicking and uploading for a app. So straight away we'll go into the code base. What I'll do is I'll start my app.py. This is a proof of concept, and more lot of test use cases and test cases are tested in this. But going further, it can be you know uh, enhanced. That is, as I said, straight away uploading without user asked to upload the photo and all these things. That workflow can be straight away imbibed. It takes little time. I failed so many times trying that, so I thought I'll do a proof of concept for this. So straight away I'll start the app.py. So app.py is started. We'll go. So this is the web page where we have been seeing so many updates. Video call we have already seen. So now we'll go to the book appointment. So this section, doctor appointment booking, will be the one which will be uploaded from the DB and rendered in the HTML. Now we'll go to the book appointment stuff. So as soon as you go to the book appointment stuff, you'll you know get this page where you can take a snapshot. This use case is tested because mostly what happens is when you open a form, you're asked to choose a file, but the specifications will be like such and such KB or MB within such and such KB or MB. So you'll find it hard to find a photo which fits. So you'll have a collection of photos and stuff. But this once you take a snapshot from this webcam is projected to a passport size photo of width and height. So once you take, it will download for you. Okay, it will, this is a canvas where it is rendering. It will download for you, and this patient name, I will come to this download stuff. Now what you do is you choose a file, choose the file patient, open it, write some random name, you know Madhukai Dava, something, just a random stuff. 43 776689911 something, 10 digit number. Mostly it is taken in text field because I don't want to complicate it since it is proof of concept. So I just want to straight away do a prototype, clickable prototype kind of thing with the functionality stuff. So we'll select the time we'll select 6:30 p.m. is already there. So what we'll do is 7:30, we'll put 7:30, then submit, save. So we have to know whether it is submitted in DB or not. So name Madhu Gaidava is coming. So here if you see patient dot ping name Madhu Gaidava, so this is the one. So we'll do one more submitting of this afterwards. First what we'll do is we'll check SQL Studio. We'll take SQL Studio and then Sorry for this, I should have pinned it in the desktop itself, but that's fine. So database one is the one where we have tables, so two tables are there. So this is the appointments table. So appointments table will see data. Yeah, Madhu Kaidava has come. Okay, so that's the thing. So whole thing I will explain, the code base I'll explain in a while. Okay, in app.py what we have done is after appointment what we have done is basically get the post request from the JavaScript, that is HTML form, and get the file name, uploaded file name, age, mobile number. Then we have secured the file name, because file injections can be avoided with this secure file name. These things can be referred in you know uh, Workzug utils. You can explore this. They have given a use case for that. Why it is done like this? Secure file name is done. Then we are saving it to the path, and then we are also saving it to the path. Then converting the image to binary. That's what this is the binary image. Okay, this is the binary image. The PNG image is converted to binary image. Okay, so we are getting the PNG. We are getting the PNG and it is getting converted. That's the thing. Then we are opening the DB connection, and then what we are doing is we are inserting into the appointments the picture, patient name, age, mobile number, appointment value, etc. And then we are committing it, executing the query, and then committing it, and then we are closing the connections and rendering it to the same appointment page. If you want, you can have a separate statement here to render it. The future use case would be, since querying photos and all is a costly stuff. Again, you have to convert, and if you are doing a select star on appointments, you will be getting lot of pictures, and doing it, say from convert binary data from binary data to PNG, you want to image you want to convert, it is a huge burden. So another use case what I'm planning here is populate this into a Google Sheets or Excel sheet which is there in the server or in the local system, and then populating it back here. So in this doctor appointment area, I will populate it back, all the stuff. This area population which I'm planning to do in Google spreadsheet. The thing is, I can even now I can do just populating the appointments name, patient name, age. That alone will come. Photos will not come. If you want, we can straight away show the sheets itself, do an iframe and then embed an iframe and then show the sheets. That's exactly what this video is about, and the JavaScript also I'll explain a little what is happening. So as soon as you click appointments, it's getting into the uh, appointment template, and then it's going to, since it is first time it will come in, and since it is not a post request or anything, you'll just render the appointment.html, and then appointment.html. What we are trying to do is basically a form is there, form action, route, definition, method, and encrypt type, multi-part form type, form data. So encrypt enc type, you have to mention, and then that's what we are uploading the image, taken image. And then what we are doing is we are using webcam.js for webcam.min.js for webcam integration. And then we are setting the webcam, taking a snapshot, and then saving every time. You will have a variable name array with random 6 or 7 random things, because if a patient clicks 2-3 times, you'll get 2-3 different name, uh, file name. So that is one more use case, which is this array can be bigger than what it is. So that is one more use case which is done here. So it generates a random name from this array. uh, this array is taken, a random name is generated, and this random name is given to the download image function, and then image is downloaded. This gave a hell a lot of work, because I was planning to get the base 64 URI initially, and then sending it to the Python. Then I thought that's going to take a lot of time. Lot of time means it'll take maybe because I'm not able to post the Ajax request at the same time with the Python post form. So either I have to post the form in Ajax, get the form, serialize the data along with the image, and then send it as a JSON. uh, so that's one thing which I'm facing. So that's stopping it from straight away. Not no user interaction needed for say that is bypassing the user interaction for uploading the image. So that's exactly what was planned. So we'll do one more time quickly. Book appointment. Take a snapshot. Wait for okay. Take a snapshot. Take a snapshot. So see, patient name is the first time it downloaded. Pat name.png is one which is downloaded now. So we'll do pat name open. Dheeraj is already there. We'll say Suraj. Okay, it's again rendering back to the same page. We will check on Google Studio where it is. We'll refresh, do a refresh. Yeah, Suraj has come here. So 30 to 9 a.m. This is the thing. So it's always better to have photos in appointment, but rendering photos in the appointment page through SQLite or SQDB. SQLDB is that is DB is really costly affair. So for the POC proof of concept, that is not needed. So we will try to integrate the Google Sheets and see it in the next video. So that's exactly what I have been planning.